Hello and welcome to Body Bags. This is week 252 and I'm your Sunday host James, and this week we are doing a themed week of 90s horror, and as you can see my chosen film is the 1997 very underrated, I was going to say classic, it's a bit difficult to say that when it's underrated, but the 1997 Stephen King short story of The Night Flier. Yeah, this is one that really is, it's massively underrated. I never hear anyone talk about this, and I have a Mosaic Movies release of this, and it's a terrible release. It's the special features on the back are an interactive menu, which has an index, a trailer, and the cast notes. Oh, there is a photo gallery and production notes, but that's it. The main menu is terrible. It's like, it reminds me of like a pre-2000, so a mid to late 90s really bad like website. Anyway, let me get into the film. um, I I watched this a couple of days ago and I made some notes, so I'm afraid I'm just gonna have to jump through these because doing a lot of travelling this weekend, so I'm a bit sleepy again. But yeah, let me just jump through the notes anyway. Like I said, this is a 1997 release. It's a Stephen King short story. It's adapted into a movie, and it's been adapted by it's been directed by Mark Pavia. I had a look into this guy. It's not a name that I recognise, and this was his first film. Solid first film, and then his next adventure into the world of directing didn't come until 2016, and it was a film that I've not actually seen, but I've seen the cover and I know people quite like it, and it's Fender Bender. But anyway, this film is acted. The main actor is the late great Miguel Ferrer. It's such a solid actor from the like 80s and 90s. Played the so many arsehole roles. He's so good at playing an arsehole. But it's yeah, great casting for this, because he's a pissed off grumpy reporter, and I couldn't think of anyone better that they picked for this. But yeah, so he is a reporter, and he's on the trail of a serial killer. Now, this serial killer is a little bit different. He's someone that actually flies. Yeah, he flies to these different private airports, and he's killing people in these airports, like the traffic controllers and whoever's like in each of these small airports. And so yeah, he's on the trail of this. They know it's like a black Cessna, which is like a small two-seater plane. I don't really know much about planes, but it's a very common plane apparently, and the police for whatever reason are having trouble tracking it, and he seems to be doing a bit of a better job. But there's a few hiccups along the way. He gets paired up with a young up and coming reporter from the same magazine that he writes for, and he's really not happy with that. But he's been struggling to get a big story, and for one reason or another, that he's paired with this woman, and yeah, he's his normal arsehole shitbag self. The character like fits really well, like I said, and he doesn't abuse her. I was going to say abuse her. What he does is take advantage of her. Yeah, he like gets her to do like loads of legwork, and then like tries to steal all the glory of all the information that she's tracking down. So yeah, that happens. As the film goes on, the tone gets darker and darker. What you see happening gets a lot more creepy. Yeah, as like all this gore starts to say. There's quite good gore to this actually. It's not an abundance. It doesn't like constantly in your face, but when it's there, it's done really well. Yeah, because I don't think the budget was great for this film, but you can't tell. It's like everything's done well. It's filmed well. The locations look good. The acting's solid. The gore's good, and yeah, the whole set it's great. So I'm just gonna have to jump back to my notes here. Yeah, so like I said, it gets darker and darker. It's like the crescendo builds. You have like oh, sorry, I'm having to jump to these notes. I'm very sorry. I need to stop doing this when I'm so tired. It's not that late tonight. It's like half 11 or something like that. But like I said, lots of travelling today. But yeah, the film builds and builds and builds. Like I said, it gets darker. The tone, it gets the more and more tension builds, like with all the scenes that you're seeing, and then the final act in this film. Well, the final act's quite long. It builds up. It's the very final part of it. It's brutally shocking. Yeah, you don't really expect. Maybe you do. It was quite a shock to me. I wasn't expecting to see where it went, and the twist at the end was like pretty good. It's a little open ended, maybe, on how it's done, but I don't really want to give too much away. I really don't. I mean, the cover. I mean, if you're gonna do something for a cover, don't show the thing that you're trying to hide all the way through the film until the end. So as you can basically see, it's a vampire, but it's not quite all as it seems. And when you get to the end of the film, you'll realise what I mean. Yeah, I highly recommend this film. Um, I don't think there's really much else I can say about it. Interesting fact that there's the photographs that are at the magazine. So you have it's like all these crime scene photos of like the serial killer. I don't know. I can't remember if it's from this serial killer or if it's just older crime scene photos that've been done for like I think it's older stories that he's covered, and they're actually real crime scene photos. I think there's a book that was published, and so quite a shocking thing to have in a film. Yeah, real death. Yeah, it's black and white pictures, but you can still see what's going on, and it's something that could slip through. People might not know, but I thought it was quite an interesting fact. Anyway, sorry I rambled on a little bit there, but that's my review of the Night Flier. I really hope that this gets picked up and gets some really, really nice love and treatment, like a lot of really bad films seem to be getting at the moment. And then you have ones like this, which solid, very good film that really need a lot of love and need a really great release. I don't know who would pick this up. I don't know who has the rights, but I hope someone does something with this soon, because I 100% will be definitely picking up anything that's released on this. Anything will be an improvement on this. But anyway, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed this review. Have a nice evening, and I'll see you next Sunday. Good night.